Joining me in studio is Jessica Glazer, our recruitment expert. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
We're talking about the transition here between contract worker or internship into the real world. And Joanna and I have been talking about this all morning. It's getting more and more difficult to transition to full-time work. And now we were just talking, it seems to be even more difficult to get an internship. So before we start with the tips on how to put the odds on your side, is being a contract worker or taking an internship the way to go from the beginning?
If you can find the job, if you can find that type of work, then yes, you should take it. To be extremely picky when you're not doing absolutely anything, it's not to your benefit. So if you're being offered a contract and you're not working, then yes, take it, because you don't know what it's going to lead to. And for an internship, you just want to get your foot in the door. So people are begging to try and get one. So if you actually get an internship, yes, take it. It
is the way to go. You need to have a taste of what it is to be out there in the working field, right?
Yeah, it's your opportunity to interview the company as much as it is for the company to interview you.
That's right. Okay, so let's get started with some tips that you know very well will help you, will make it easier on yourself. And so let's start with the beginning. You need to make a plan. You can't just show up and ask for an internship, right?
Well, in order to get an internship, no. I mean, you have to send in your applications, you have to reach out to the right people, you have to know who to speak to within organizations, and it can be extremely intimidating if you're in an internship or you're wanting to get a raise, you want to get money, you want to get paid for the work that you're doing. It's difficult to take that next step. But
what's a good way to go for sort of a company to acknowledge you? Is it making a list of accomplishments maybe that you've done throughout your young career or young life so far?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to write down the things that you've done that have helped the company to succeed, that have helped your managers, that have made you more productive within the organization.
How important is it now to have someone that will vouch for you? That's another thing, I think, to have people that will give a good reference on your behalf, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Having good references, being able to support the work that you've done, being able to prove yourself in an interview by providing examples of work that you've done that can help the company. So you want to look at the company at hand, and then from there, find out what you've done in the past that can help the organization.
And then, okay, so once this is done and you do that and then it doesn't work out, what's the strategy there? What if, there's not a next step in this particular company here?
So if you've already had an internship and you're already working on contract and you see there isn't going to be a place to go from there, then you have to decide either there's going to be an exit strategy, which means that you start applying to other companies, you start to see what else is out there, but you want to do so before your internship is completed or before your contract work is at an end. You want to make sure that you're speaking with those decision makers to ensure that your time there is actually up, because they may have room for you. If you're doing a great job, they may want to keep you.
They may want to keep you, and so all the tips are there, guys, and if it doesn't work out, don't be afraid to move on, right? It's important to find something that it's going to work out for you.
Yeah, even if you love where you are, I mean, at the end of the day, it is your career, and the company's looking out for themselves, just like you need to be looking out for yourself.
Jessica Glazer, thank you so much, guys. If you're in that situation right now, all the tips here are very important. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.